Gators Sports Network.
This is Florida Gators head basketball coach Todd Golden, and I'd like to thank these major partners that bring you this radio broadcast of Gators basketball: Meldon Law, UF Health, and Wells Fargo. Now, here's the voice of the Gators, Sean Kelly.
Okay, let's do this from Athens. It's the renewal tonight, the 232nd meeting. Florida, Georgia in men's basketball. Hi again, everybody. Alongside Brian Hogan, I'm Sean Kelly. Here we go from Stegman Coliseum tonight. Neither side has met another opponent more times than these two have in their program's history. The Gators have won 13 of their last 14. They're looking for their fifth straight on the road. They look to remain in first place. Nice position to be here coming into game 2 this year against Georgia.
Yeah, a little bit of a role reversal. Last game we played against them, we each were 1-1. They were ranked 18th ahead of us, and we had to turn the tables on them. Tonight we got to bring it.
No doubt, and these Gators here against Georgia have to remember what happened a year ago. A court storming here as Georgia upset the third-ranked Gators at the time. It proved to be Florida's last loss of the year, but for guys like Thomas Houck and Alex Condon, they remember all too well how it went down here in this building.
Yeah, Georgia jumped out to a 20-plus lead in the first half, and our guys just had to fight back, and couldn't sustain it, catch up, and pull out the win.
Gators are rolling here again, looking for their fifth straight win on the road. They're healthy tonight. Georgia not so much. 5-5 in league play, and now they're without Jeremiah Wilkinson tonight.
Yeah, and he's the big engine that makes things go here. He's their guard. They got to bring in some other guys. They've got to step up. In the meantime, he was also their steal leader. So we got to take care of the ball tonight, and hopefully we can deliver on the offensive end for ourselves.
Santos Surreal, unless he gets ejected again, will be a factor unlike he on January 6th when the Gators beat them by a handy score of 92-77. Keys to the ball game tonight, Brian Hogan?
Yeah, urgency on the defense. Jump out quick. We don't want to let that happen, what happened last year. Number 2, we got to lead our team in scoring by stopping their transition. They're one of the top teams in the country at transition threes, and finally we got to own the paint. You just touched on it there. Surreal is a dunk machine. 20% of their baskets are scored on dunks, so we got to shut that down and rebound. All
right, we'll check those as we go along, especially early on in this one. Our starting lineups brought to you by Wells Fargo, official retail bank of the Florida Gators. We'll start with the visiting 14th ranked Florida Gators. Todd Golden's usual starting 5. Xavier Lee and Boogie Fland at the guards. Lee in his last 2, 1 for 14 from 3. Fland in his last 6, 0 for 14. Maybe they can get uncorked a little bit from downtown. Otherwise, Thomas Houck, 21 points in the second half against Texas A&M. He finished with 22. Alex Condon is at the 4 tonight. In his last 4 games, he's backed away from the three-point line, and as a result, he's shooting about 50% from the field in those 4 games and averaging double figures. Speaking of double figures, Ruben Chinyelu comes in with 14 double-doubles. The Gators are 14-0 this season when Ruben Chinyelu has that point rebound double-double. Chinyelu, Condon, Houck, Fland, and Lee for the Gators. Meanwhile, for Mike White and the Georgia Bulldogs, it's Dylan James getting the start with Wilkinson out. James will make his second start of this season, his 9th career start. Career high 16 points last time against UF, and he did it off the bench in 20 minutes. Otherwise, their 4 others are usuals. Blue Kane and Jordan Ross, those are the guards. Kane in his 14th year with Georgia, just kidding, feels like it at times, has struggled a bit from 3 in SEC play. Cannon Catchings is probably their hottest player right now. Last 9 games, he's over 15 points per ball game. He tied his career high with 23 in their most recent game, a dominant win over LSU. And then Santos Surreal, 6'11" Nigerian and sophomore. He played off the bench last game. He was sick, and he'll start tonight. He started every game but the one at Baton Rouge last Saturday. Kane Ross, Catchings, Surreal, and James for the Bulldogs, who have only played 1 AP-ranked team at the time of the game all year. That's the fewest amongst all teams in the major conferences. Remember, when, as Brian mentioned, when these two teams met on January 6th, it was Georgia who was ranked, not the Gators. Gators are ranked tonight. So just the second time they'll take on a ranked team at the time of the game. Our officiating crew tonight, led by KB Burdett Jr., Courtney Green and Keith Kimball also on the whistles. Gray jersey, gray shorts for the Bulldogs. The black G on the front of the jersey, black and red trim. The Gators are in their blues tonight. I love the non-whites here, the colored uniforms on both sides. Orange letters and numbers trimmed in white. And Chinyelu has won the opening tap, and Ford will have it here first offensively, shooting at the end to our left toward the Georgia bench in the first half. Lee with a pass to Houck between the rings. He'll go left side of the floor to Flan and dump it into Condon. Well off the lane, throws inside, and that's intercepted by Surreal. He was in between Condon and Chinyelu and has an easy pick. He's a long one too, 6'11". Ross into the lane, pivots 360, leads for a diving Kane, throws it from under the rim and turn it over. The near wing and Flan. Flan races the other end, lays it up and in, and that's how this one starts.
Oh my gosh, what a good control of his body. Great shot by Boogie.
2-0 Florida, points off turnover here for the Gators in the opening minute. Catchings resets up top, and they bounce it to the left high post. Surreal here working against Chinyelu, 16 feet from the rim. Handed off to Kane, turns the corner. There's a collision. Both centers are down on the floor under the rim. Surreal's hurt, banged his head on the floor, and the officials are going to blow the whistle here. Todd Golden wants 3 seconds. Surreal is going to be helped up. They stopped play with 10 on the shot clock.
Him and Chinyelu got their feet caught up with one another, and he fell down there in the middle of the lane.
It was Chinyelu who was very calm and poised last time these two met. Surreal not so much, and ended up throwing a cheap shot at Chinyelu to get ejected on a flagrant 2 foul. 19:01 on the game clock again, 10 to shoot. Ross throws it in right in front of us, sideline right. Ross now on the dribble, left at the top of the arc, tees it up for 3. Back iron no good. Chinyelu leaps in for the rebound to beat Surreal to it, who seems a little ginger after falling so hard in the lane. 2-0 Florida. Flan wing right. Picks it up above the three-point line. Now to Houck. Dribble handoff back to Flan on the right side of the floor. Quick give to Chinyelu at the top of the arc. One bounce and a handoff to Lee. Lee works left of the screen. Shoots for 3. It's wide right. Long rebound out to Boogie at the top of the arc. So Lee now 1 for his last 15 from 3. 3 to shoot. Step back mid-range. Good. Flan's got both buckets in the game. It's 4-0 Gators.
Go ahead, Boogie. That's what we want. Nice control, looked for a shot, found it, knocked it down.
4-0 Florida here coming up on 2 minutes into the game. As Dylan James takes the dribble wing right, pass up a blue cane handoff, spins around the lane, shoots an air ball, grabbed by Chinyelu. Up the floor to Flan, Flan to Lee on the left wing. Pass fake, drives into the paint, leads for a slashing Boogie, takes it, shoots it off the glass, no good. Rebound Chinyelu, knocked out of his hands and stolen by Ross. Ross up the floor to Catchings. Catching wall off right of the lane by Lee. Skip pass wing left. Kane for 3. Off the rim, no good. Tommy's got it. 3-on-1 to the other end. Back to Tommy. To the rack. Lays it up. Oh, he got fouled. There was no call. The missed shot. Thrown ahead to Kane. Go to the rim. His dunk blocked in front of the rim by Alex Condon. Unbelievable. Lee in traffic to the other end. Tried to dump it off to Houck. Fumbled it. Tommy saves it. Wing left for 3 on a step back. It's a little strong. Kane's got the rebound. All this and it's still 4-0. Up the right side of the floor. Catchings. Drives in the paint. Spin. Shoots. Missed it. May have been tipped by Chinyelu. Condon. Long outlet pass to Lee. Streaking to the rim. Lay it up and scores. It's 6-0. And a whistle here and a timeout called by Georgia. 17:04 to go in the first half. Much like A&M back on the weekend, Georgia's cold out of the gate. They're 0 for 5. The Gators 3 for 7, but have 6 rebounds to Georgia's 3. And out of the 6 points scored, 4 belong to Flan, 2 to Lee. It's the guards early scoring for the Gators.
Yeah, and exciting. A lot of transition. Coach said we could push the ball. They've watched LSU's game, and they allowed a lot of transition against LSU. So it's going to be a key tonight. We keep it up.
And again, the paint here again favoring the Gators. Coming into tonight, Gators 3rd in the nation right now at 44.1 points in the paint per game. And high volume shooting. Now some of that is second chance looks, which the Gators are 2nd in the nation and second chance points per game. But look, if you can't shoot the 3 all that well, which is the case, 65 field goal attempts. It's volume shooting right now for Florida in these wins.
Yeah, sure enough. Find the right shot, right? It can be inside the 3. We showed it right there. Boogie had a nice turnaround about 12 feet from the bucket. And how about Ruben starting off, just dominating the boards, block out. Surreal's had no even opportunity to get a rebound.
Georgia's won going to want to get up and down. They're number 7 in adjusted tempo. They're the second best scoring team of the country at 91.9 points per ball game. But again, 0 on the board for the Dogs. Smurf Millender in for his first run. 3 subs came in for Georgia. Here's another one, turning the corner. Bailey gets in the lane. Twisting, turning, shoots on a fade. Back iron, no good. Chinyelu secures the rebound for the Gators. So 0 for 6 now is Georgia. Lee slings it across the Houck left angle. Quick give and go with Chinyelu. Tommy resets the floor to Lee on the right wing. He'll pull it out. Pitch it to Condon, top of the key, looks a man off, works downhill, draws a double left of the lane, spins, throws a skip pass, caught wing right by Houck. Houck drives the rim, lays it up, foul. Went off the glass to the rim, no good. But the foul here will send Thomas Houck to the line for our first free throws of the game on either side. And charge this to Justin Abson, their backup center.
Alex took the ball on the left side of the court, driving down about 5 feet from the bucket, and found Tommy opposite wing. Tommy gave a little pump fake, drove baseline, and got fouled. Knocks down the first free throw. Got to make free throws tonight. Anytime you're on the road in the SEC, you want to win, you got to take advantage of these opportunities, freebies.
Second free throw is good. He got them both. And with that, the Gators are off to an 8-0 start. I mentioned Georgia at 91.9 points per ball game. That's for the season. It's a pretty good drop-off when it comes to conference play. I'll give you that number in a second. Working here is Absent. Gives it up wing left. James. Guarded nicely by Condon. Goes it outside the three-point line and hands it off to Millender. Millender takes the ball to the left baseline. They've got him trapped. Lee picks his pocket and steals it. Lee ahead to Flan, to the rim, and a two-hand dunk. 10-0 start for the Gators here at Georgia.
And then we get back on D. Their big thing is trying to score. Our scores try to get in transition offense.
Player drops. It's Lee falling down against Bailey. He spins and throws it toward the baseline. Goes out of bounds. Gators checking to make sure the call is right off Florida. And it takes us to immediate timeout. We'll see if they greenlight a challenge here. It does not appear to be the case. But what a start. Georgia's 0 for 6, and the Gators are up double figures here at the first media timeout. 15:38 to go first half. Florida 10, Georgia nothing on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
Publix is here for all your tailgating needs. Publix can keep you chomping and cheering for your Gators from the tailgate to the O-Dome. Dig into our easy-to-share Publix sub platters. Grab an order of hot chicken wings from the deli and savor some sweet treats from the Publix bakery. Remember to pick up all your tailgating favorites before tip-off at Publix, the official supermarket of the Florida Gators. Select items require advance notice.
This is Gators basketball from Learfield.
To aim higher, to go faster, to push further. It's what elite athletes do, and UF Health is built from that same DNA. We don't just treat cancer, we advance breakthrough therapies. We don't just perform heart surgery, we invent procedures used worldwide. Like top athletes, we believe human progress has no finish line. UF Health, a national medical center for Team USA.
You've been putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think of calling for a ride, but nah, you live nearby. What's the worst that could happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, you total your car, you kill someone. The results of driving drunk are tragic. That's why law enforcement is out there looking for impaired drivers to save lives. So if you think you're okay to drive after a few drinks, think again. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Paid for by FDOT.
I'm Kevin Winter at our UF Health Sports Desk. Todd Golden remembers exactly what happened to the Gators the last time they were in Athens.
Georgia played very well and got us on our heels and got a huge lead on us and dug too big of a hole. And a big, part of this prep today is to not allow something like that to happen tonight.
I'd say that's been the case as we go back to Sean Kelly and Brian Hogan in Athens. Brian Hogan, what's allowed Florida to get up to the 10-0 lead?
Yeah, Coach talked about it all day. The urgency was key. Right from the get-go, be ready to play, be ready to be physical, and take the defense to them. And we've done just that. They've had 0 offensive rebounds, Georgia. we have 7 rebounds. So we're going after them big time on the boards, and that's a transition play then leads to our scoring.
10-0 here, and I don't know if Georgia is shell-shocked a little bit, but I get that impression. And Santos Surreal, Tango Chilu hit the deck hard. He looked not 30-second timeout that Mike White called the first stop and play. He's yet to return. Absent still in his Georgia center.
And they're without Wilkinson. They're trying to find an offensive answer, right?
Baseline left inbound for the Dogs, 17 on the shot clock. 10-0 Gators with 15:35 to go in the first half. Successful inbound, and now to Milliner on the right wing. Dumps the corner right to Kane, back outside. Drives on Condon, takes him in the paint. Jump pass off the left foot. He couldn't shoot against Condon. Saved wing left. Catchings drives the rim. Got in front of it, shoots, missed a bunny. Rebound Condon. Gators already pushing ahead, and Klobuchar's got his first touch, just subbing in. Flan takes it from him and dumps it to Condon, left of the paint. His pass deflected and stolen by Absent as Condon tried to throw it over the top. Turnover Florida. Little hezzy, drive left of the rim. Milliner goes with a reverse layup. That won't go. Rebounded by Boogie Flan. And Georgia's yet to hit a shot. 14:50 left in the half. Condon right of the lane against a double. Strong to the rim, missed it. Rebound handlocked it. They'll dump it out left wing to Klobuchar. Urbon shovels it to Hout, front court left. Feed hand-locked it to the top of the arc. Dribble handoff to his right to Flan. Flan off the jab step. Moves toward the right side of the lane. Puts his back to the goal. Pulls it back behind the three-point line. 4 on the shot clock. Condon takes it from him. Give to Hout. Contested 3 left wing. No. Rebounded by Cannon Catchings. And Tamika Catchings. Basketball Hall of Famer. Catchings. Corner left for 3 off the dribble. Got it. And the first bucket comes at 14-16 for Georgia. Dogs are on the board. It's 10-3. Gators have not scored since the timeout. Now, finding handlocked and block left. Micah with his uphill once, goes a skip pass, wing right, catch and shoot 3. Good for Klobuchar. 15 for his last 31 from 3.
Yeah, deep NBA 3-2. Right wing, good find by Alex.
13-3. Kane drives down the right side of the lane. Knocked over Flan and lays it in. As they say that Boogie flopped a little bit. Georgia has a habit of flopping themselves. Boogie, left of the circle, works to the left side of the lane, shoots from mid-range. That goes halfway in, rims out, and pops it out of the jar. Rebound by Kane. Kane attacks the rim again and dunked it past Condon. Whoa. Condon, who already blocked one dunk at the rim, thought he had it timed up. 13-7. Lockton throws wing right for Hout. Crossover dribble. Takes Milliner along the baseline. Pass toward the opposite corner. Kane dives and deflects it out of bounds. Kane's found the spark here for Georgia. Flan and Condon both breathing very hard. Come to the bench. Lee goes back in for the Gators. Isaiah Brown's first look tonight.
Yeah, Surreal back in. They're going to try to bring some defense here. They haven't played zone. They played a lot of zone against us the first time. It'll be surprising if they stay away from it. They have nothing but man-to-man so far.
So the Gators now with 18 on the shot clock left, inbound out of the Coffin corner, right by the Georgia bench. Brown lobs it into Houck along the left sideline. Tommy pushes it out to Lee to reset front court left. 13 minutes to play in the first half. Lee still on the dribble. Tees up a 3. Good. Dropped that one in. That snaps his drought. The Gators lead it 16-7. Xavier needed that in the worst way.
Yeah, he did. Defender went under the pick up top.
Kane for 3 up top. Deep one's wide right. Grabbed by Hand-Lockton. Ahead to Xavier Lee. Lee spins off the elbow. Pitch and catch with Hand-Lockton. Lee might take another one. Shoves it over to Brown. He'll fire for 3 wing right and drilled it. Back-to-back threes for the Gators. 19-7 largest lead now at a dozen.
Isaiah staying hot, right?
Yeah, he's now scored in 14 of his last 15 games off the bench. And Lee gets called for a foul here defending Ross one-on-one.
Officials done a pretty good job keeping the whistle in their pocket until that one, you know. Physicality usually bolds in our favor, but that one looked like, hey, well.
Remember I said the flopping antics of Georgia? That was a lot of head flopping there. They just get it into Milliner between the circles. Chest pass wing right, catching, pivots 360. One-on-one against Xavier. He's got his hands full here. Twisting, turning, bounce pass to Kane, right foul line extended. Reset out to Milliner near the center jump circle. 8 on the shot clock. Pick and roll with Surreal, who just returned. Launching a 3. Milliner's good. Milliner knocks it down. Surreal goes down. Hurt again. This was after the make. And they're going to review whatever this was. Play was heading up the floor, and I didn't catch how Surreal went down. Another review involving Santos Surreal. This will be interesting. We got to take a media break. We'll do that. We'll let you know what the result of the review is when we come back. 12:01 to go first half. Florida leads Georgia 19-10 on the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota. Let's go places. Lease a new 2025 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for $279 a month for 39 months. Offer valid through March 2nd, 2026. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. $42.78 due at signing. No security deposit with select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
Hey Gator Nation, this is Vicki Brown-Werski, Director of Gators Empower Her. As the Bank of Doing and official sponsor of Florida Athletics, Wells Fargo is supporting our student athletes on and off the court with interactive financial health curriculum and empowerment resources. Wells Fargo has a game plan for the full student athlete experience from their first semester on campus through graduation. Learn more about what Wells Fargo is doing to put people and communities first by visiting wellsfargo.com/impact.
It's game time, and as the Gators hoop action heat up, there's only one way to cool down. Shock Top Belgian White. Shock your world. This refreshing beer brings a burst of citrus to your glass, making it the perfect choice for cheering on the Gators. Whether you're a rowdy reptile or watching it from the couch, Shock Top Belgian White is a slam dunk for all the nail-biting buzzer beaters and unforgettable alley-oops. Shock Jump. Shock Top, the official craft beer of the Florida Gators, your 2025 men's college basketball national champions. Please enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Shock Top Brewing Company. Learn more at shocktop.com.
Play-by-play of Gators basketball is brought to you by Wells Fargo, official retail bank of the Florida Gators.
From jerseys to hats and more fan favorites, find everything you need to gear up for game day at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. They've adjudicated a review here on a collision between Isaiah Brown and Santos Surreal. We are not provided with the referee mic here at Georgia, so we're trying to get the result of the review. Right now, it's 12:01 left in the first half. Florida leads 19-10. Gators are shooting 50% from the field. Georgia 31%. And again, Brian, I'm trying to figure out what's going to come of this.
Yeah.
It's after the ball goes through. It looked to me like Isaiah Brown was just trying to check Surreal at the elbow as far as not letting him go run for a rebound.
Yeah, Surreal was at the free throw line extended right there on the left side, and Brown saw the shot go up, went to sort of check him to make sure he didn't crash the rebound, and when he did, he caught him in his right hip and side, and Surreal caused him to fall down. I don't know. I would call it a flop, but...
Well, it just has the looks here of nothing.
Yeah.
No officials are looking at putting anybody on the line, which that would be the case. Hang on, let's see what KB Burdett says here. I don't think we'll get it. We'll try to listen on the PA. Catch it.
Now the acoustics are so bad, I just couldn't hear him.
Yeah, Florida basketball here.
Yeah.
So they reviewed to see if it needed to be a flagrant one. It is not. So count the 3 for Millender to make it 19-10. Gators ball here, full shot clock. Georgia will press coming out of a dead ball timeout.
They've been picking us up full court the whole game. This time full on, trying to deny the ball here.
So Lee throws it into Brown. Xavier Lee started this game with an undershirt underneath his jersey and shed it at the first media timeout. If that's what's going to work, great. He's got 5 points, including a made 3. He passes to Handlock at elbow left, who turns and offers to Brown wing left. Isaiah turns in the lane. Shot blocked away. Wilkins swatted it. Georgia does block shots. That is one thing that they can hang their hats on. Wilkins against Lee to the mid-post right side of the lane. Shoots falling down. Missed that. Rebounded by Handlock. Georgia's 4 of 14. Out to the other end. Lays it up. Fouled by Surreal.
Tommy's engine. No break. 8 minutes into the game and just going full speed.
He tried to change sides of the rim. He was going at the left side of the rim, tried to shoot right. They've charged the foul to Ross. So it should be against Surreal. First free throw is good. Tommy's perfect at the line. 3 for 3, 20 to 10.
At A&M, he was 10 for 13. We need another contribution like that tonight. That'd be great.
What, 21? He had 1 point at halftime.
Right.
21 in the second half.
Yeah.
Second free throw is good. So Houck in SEC play, averaging 19.3 a game. Houck gets his first breather here. Kondo back in. Condon, Klavjar, Chinyelu, Lee, and Brown on the Gators floor. 21-10 Florida. Georgia ball at the end to our right. Ross pushes it wing right. Millender turns, shoots, missed a 3. Rebound tap by Kane, goes off several, and Klavjar's got it for Florida. Board dominance continues for the visitors. Klavjar still on the bounce here to the top of the arc. Picks up Kane on a switch. Taps it to Condon, same spot on the floor. Alex pitches to his right to Brown. Isaiah on the right wing, picks it up beyond the three-point line, lobs it to Condon, hits a diving Chinyelu. Chinyelu in a crowd, shoots, he goes in and out, no good. Did everything but go in. Cleared by Georgia. Millender crossover dribble, drives to the right wing, puts his back to the goal at the edge of the paint. Klavjar's with him. Spin, shoots a scooper off the glass and scores. He's a tough cover. Marcus Smurf Millender on the floor to the other end. Condon with a rim run. Gets assisted 60 feet for a right-hand dunk. Caught him napping.
Lee with a great football pass off full court.
23-12 as a result. Ross, top of the arc, crossover dribble. Drives in the paint, spins on the SEC logo. Scoop shot swatted out of bounds by Condon.
Great control. Alex could have easily pump fake, got off his feet, stayed on his feet, and a nice block.
2 blocks in the game for Kondo. Catchings and Surreal go to the bench for Georgia. Klavjar sits down for the Gators. Dylan James, who's starting for the second time this year, back in for the Bulldogs. Boogie Flan returns for the Gators. Inbound, almost intercepted by Lee. Caught by James, elbow right. Pulls up, shoots a 14-footer. It's a brick and rebounded by Chinyelu. Outlet pass to Lee up the left side. Xavier with a big high left-handed bounce. Crossover dribble now, driving kick to Flan. He'll send a chest pass to Condon, left to the top of the arc. Hand it off to Lee, who comes off the pin down. Driving kick back to Condon, who takes the dribble left side of the lane. Bump, shovels the inside, deflected out of bounds, or it wasn't. It looked like it was off Georgia. It's Georgia balling to the floor to go. A couple of turnovers now for Condon.
Yeah, Alex trying to do a little bit too much for it. Tried to whip one around to Rubin underneath the basket. Wasn't quite ready for it.
81 assists for Condon coming into the game. Second on the team. Ross on the bounce here right of the lane. Teed up nicely by Boogie Flan. Ross puts his shoulder into Flan, gets in the paint, running right hook, no good. Rebounded by Chinyelu. Rubin's going to have a double-double, or at least double-digit rebounds by halftime at this rate. 23-12 Florida. Boogie into the paint, driving kick, swing it to Lee up top. Brown with a quick touch pass out to Xavier on that one. He'll step into a 3 off the dribble, and a pair of threes now down for Xavier Lee, who was 1 for his last 14 coming into tonight. Millender through traffic, retreats with the dribble here into the left front court. Waits for his screens, got it. Drives for the baseline, pull up for 2. Rims out, no good. Rebound, Georgia. Right hook on second chance, won't go there for Absent. Rebound and outlet pass to Flan on the Gators' end. Goes to the rim, left, shoots, knocked away. Tried to do too much against too many guys. Bounce pass in the right corner for Kane, just below the right side break. Drives on Chinyelu. Goes in front of the rim, throws it wing left. James quickly throws it out to Millender, angle left. 8:35 to go in the half. Florida leads at 26-12. Millender gives to Absent instead of taking as a screen. To James, back to Millender, coming off a weak side pin. Shoots right of a ball screen, fires for three. In and out, no good. Shinyulu's got the rebound. Georgia's 5 for 22 to start the game. Condon jumps off the paint, catches deep right wing. Takes the dribble outside the three-point line, spins on James into a double block right. Needs a friend. Lobs it out to Flan, front court right. Coming up on the 8-minute mark, 10 to shoot. Boogie off the angle screen, throws a skip pass to Lee. Wing left, bumps into Millender. Step back three, not this time. Rebound Shinyulu, right to the rim, goes left to the rim. Hook shot won't go. Had the right idea.
Owning the offensive and defensive rebounds right now. Go Rubin.
Kane through traffic, down the right side of the lane. Jump pass to the right wing. Three on the way, rims out. Absar, better yet, James missed that. And another rebound for Ruben Shinyulu. How many?
That's 9.
7:29 to go in the first half. Surreal. Going to check back in for Georgia shortly. Klobuchar on the Gator side. 7:20 to play. Brown, angle left three. Good. A pair of threes now for Isaiah Brown. And Todd Golden will call a 30-second timeout to get Klobuchar back in. This will turn into a full, and we'll take the timeout. Did you ask for a better start, partner?
Great start, buddy.
Shooting well. 5 threes already in the half. The Gators are on an 8-0 run as we step aside at 7:17 to go in the first half. 14th ranked Florida 29, Georgia 12 on the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
Gator Nation, this season it's time to act for the greener good. UF and GFL are making great strides to reduce our footprint, and you can help. Recyclable and compostable paper products, cups, straws, and food waste receptacles are available at the arena. Look for the signs and put it in the right can, Greener Gator fan. Think green as you cheer on the orange and blue. Call GFL at 352-377-0800 or visit us at gflenv.com. GFL, green for life.
This is the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
International Diamond Center is proud to be the first and only official jeweler of the Florida Gators. This is Florida's premier jeweler. IDC's selection is second to none with direct importer prices on exquisite diamonds, world-renowned designer engagement rings, one-of-a-kind fashion jewelry, and elegant Swiss timepieces. Gators fans deserve the best, and IDC delivers with world-class service and the strongest warranties in the industry. International Diamond Center, where Gator Nation shops for jewelry.
Hey, fellow Floridians, it's Ben.
And Brianna Smith. We are foodies who love sharing recipes online.
And trying new cooking techniques on our new natural gas stove.
He loves his precise temperature control on the heat.
Yeah, I also love saving money and using less energy.
Oh, watch that flame.
So, who loves to be in control?
Now earn up to a $300 cashback rebate for installing a new energy-efficient natural gas range or stovetop. To learn more, go to peoplesgas.com/rebates.
I'm Kevin Winter at the UF Health Sports Desk around the SEC tonight. Ole Miss leads Alabama 20-13, 7:58 to go in the opening half. Gators softball just run-ruled Jacksonville again. They're 7-0 on the season. They just had an 11-1 victory at home. Meanwhile, the Gator basketball team up 29-12. Go back to Athens. Brian Hogan, Florida is 5 for 9 from beyond the arc. We don't see these numbers often for the Gators. How are they getting it done tonight?
Yeah, our high screen up top. You got Lee coming across it, getting the ball handed to him, and the defense is deciding to go under the screen, so you're wide open. They're basically testing us, daring us, shoot the three, and our guys are knocking them down. Isaiah did it. Lee's done it. It's a great start.
Now defensively, Brian, Georgia's 0 for their last 7, 1 for their last 10, 5 for 23. This is back-to-back games that the Gators have gone on the road and basically turned off the home team's offense in the first half. It's remarkable. And now I don't find it to be a coincidence. I think this is real right now for the Gators defense.
Yeah, you hit it on the head. Early in the year, whenever we played them the first time, we were trying to find our identity. And here we are leading the SEC because we found that identity. It's a tough defense. They're contesting every shot.
Florida Farm Bureau members get free tickets to select Gators men's basketball games. Just visit myffbf.org, sign into your account, follow the sports prompts to get your tickets. Farm Bureau Insurance, proud to support Gators athletics. Georgia ball out of the timeout. Gators lead at 29-12, and we're creeping up on the 7-minute mark. Klamjar guarding up top here. Hand-locked in and Condon to the low post. Off the curl, it's Catchings. Down the lane, scoop shot at the rim. Missed it. Point-blank miss. Another rebound for the Gators. 7 minutes to go. Lee goes left to the ball screen on the right angle. Set by Condon, who pops out and catches a pass from Houck from the left side. Condon hands it off to Klamjar. Pocket pass and an offensive foul. And a wipeout screen here, looks like by Condon after giving it up. Offensive foul turnover, and that's one thing that has blemished Condon's card tonight. 3 turnovers in the first half.
Yeah, he's as our only 3, right? Just trying to do a little bit too much with the ball.
Florida still shooting 46% with this lead here. Ross waits for Catchings to come off the wide pin. Has the top of the arc, takes the dribble wing right. Crossover, drives hand-locked and under the goal. Throws uphill to the left wing. 3 on the way, no. Missed there by Stagg. Rebound inside by Surreal. Goes up and dunks. 60th dunk on the year. 3rd in the nation, Surreal. Houck off the left wing. Attacks the rim. Spins, leaves it on the right block for Condon, who scores the bunny. Smart play.
Really smart.
Every time Georgia scores, Gators have an answer. Into Surreal. Swatted in front of the rim by Hand-locked it. Loose ball for Lee. Jump out of the paint with a pass wing left for Klamjar. Klamjar D'd up quickly. They know what he can do with it from range. Takes the dribble toward the baseline, fumbled it, and stolen. Bailey to the other end off the steal. Bailey up the right side. Backs it outside to Catchings. Throws wing left. Shot fake off the catch. Ross drives. Shoots. Knocked away by the Gators. And no foul called when Ross trucked, hand-locked it. Lee at the other end, 4-on-4. To the right wing, Houck for 3 is an air ball. Caught weak side by Catchings. It's rare to see Tommy miss badly. Catchings for 3, wide left. This is a bad shooting, Jim. It's dark. The lights are at an awful angle here. The ones that do work. The hand-locked it. Dumps it off wing right. Houck for 3. Just missed that one. Punch out rebound by Condon, but it finds Georgia and Justin Bailey. He'll slow things up here. Front court left. Waits for a Surreal screen. Drives over that. Shoves it to Ross on the near side of the floor. Ross hands off wing right here to Catchings. Bounce pass back to between the rings. Bailey will dump it off above the high post. Screened by Todd Golden. It's Surreal. And a foul inside, as Klamjar and Catchings were dueling down near the right low post. Foul on Klamjar. A little jiu-jitsu working down the lane by those 2 guys.
Catching, trying to get his post move. 6'9", trying to take advantage of 6'1" Urban.
Home game Saturday, it's sold out. We'll tip it off at 3 against the Wildcats, who've also won 8 of their last 9. 4:47 to go first half here. Millender off the right baseline. Got a foul. Oh, foul on Chinulu. And had his arm wrapped around somebody, apparently. Chinulu's arguing the call. Now the crowd letting Chinulu have it. 4th team foul on the Gators. First on Rubin. Millender lobs it in. Jump catch right of the circle by Absent. Hand it off to Millender. Race to come get it from the baseline. Millender drives. Almost tiptoed the baseline out of bounds. Over to Stagg. Wing right for 3. And that's good. Kareem Stagg, scoreless in his last 2 played, has his first bucket of the game. 31-17 Florida. Bogey gives the Houck top of the arc. Pass was left to Lee. Lee crossover dribble. Gives back to the ball screener. A little give and go. Lee down the lane, catches a bouncer from Houck and scores a layup.
What a threat. You've been hitting threes. Now you hit a backdoor drive.
That's the 7th assist for the Gators on 12 made field goals. Stagg in the lane with some confidence. Goes to the rack, tried to dunk it, and instead lays it in off the glass. Stagg flexing and showboating against Houck.
Went chest to chest with him after the make.
Yeah.
Like they're up 20 or something.
Guy averages 3 points a game.
Yeah.
Whatever. 33-19. Houck down the right side of the lane. Kicks it quarter right. Brown for 3. He's got another one. I Isaiah Brown with 3 3-pointers in the half. Bailey drives after the miss, goes to the rim, missed a reverse layup. He's down. Gators have numbers. Lead to the other end. Power play for a moment. Now they're back at full strength. Surreal waiting to check in, by the way. 36-19 Gators. It's a new career high for 3-pointers in a game for Isaiah Brown, by the way. Is waiting corner left for another look. Out over to Flan on the left wing. 6 to shoot. Boogie doesn't see Isaiah. Now he does. Throws a corner left. Fires for 3. Come on. Off the back rim, no good. Rebound weak side for Bailey. Georgia brings it up. Bailey stumbling down the lane, lays it up and in. I don't know, I've kept his balance, but he finished. 2:50 to go in the half. Swiftly played first 20 minutes.
Yeah, this pace is going to wear Georgia out. They are already, you can see the wear on them.
Xavier Lee between the circles, drifting to his left with a left-hand dribble. 2:35 to play. Off the ball screen, launches a deep 3. Rim, glass, rim, no good. Luke Kane with the rebound, up the center of the floor. Foot race to the rim here. Kane spins, fumbled it, goes out of bounds. And it's off his knee, and it belongs to Florida. That'll take us to a timeout. Took a bit to get to the under 4. We'll reset and get you down the stretch here in the first half when we come back to Athens. 2:26 to go. Florida 36, Georgia 21 on the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey Gator Nation, this is Vicki Brown-Werski, Director of Gators Empower Her. As the Bank of Doing and official sponsor of Florida Athletics, Wells Fargo is supporting our student athletes on and off the court with interactive financial health curriculum and empowerment resources. Wells Fargo has a game plan for the full student athlete experience from their first semester on campus through graduation. Learn more about what Wells Fargo is doing to put people and communities first by visiting wellsfargo.com/impact.
To aim higher, to go faster, to push further. It's what elite athletes do, and UF Health is built from that same DNA. We don't just treat cancer, we advance breakthrough therapies. We don't just perform heart surgery, we invent procedures used worldwide. Like top athletes, we believe human progress has no finish line. UF Health, a national medical center for Team USA.
Kohl's gets it. Valentine's Day comes with expectations, grand expectations, telepathic expectations, and heart-shaped everything expectations. Yes, even waffles. Kohl's has gifts that rise to the occasion, from romantic to playful, sparkly to sweet, or all of the above. Plus, get 15% off some of your finds. So go ahead, exceed those Valentine's Day expectations with Kohl's. Select styles, offer ends February 16th. Some exclusions apply. See store kohls.com for details.
The home of the 3-time national champions. This is Gators basketball.
To be the official supermarket of the Florida Gators, Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. Down the stretch we go here, Brian Hogan, of the first half. 2:26 left before the intermission. Gators lead the Dogs here 36-21.
Yeah, you can see that we're getting out in transition, just like we talked about earlier, and they are making it count, right? We're getting easier buckets. Meanwhile, on a make, Georgia's trying to do the same. That's basically the only offense they have. They're 3 from 11 for threes, which is what they come into the game being so proficient at.
Yeah, I can't say the last time that Gators and their opponents have been tied at bench points and points in the paint. That hasn't been an occurrence, but there are other differences, healthy ones here for the Gators. You know, Florida this year, when leading at halftime, is 15-1. All signs point to a lead at
Yeah, I'd love to
halftime
extend
tonight.
it, right? Yeah, I'd love to extend the last 2 minutes. We're up 15. Let's maintain that and then help it grow a little bit more.
How about Isaiah Brown? 9 points off the bench and a career high 3 made 3-pointers for a game, and he's done all this in the first half.
Yeah, if people can't appreciate maybe enough how it is to be sitting the first 8-10 minutes of a game and then come in and get the ball and right away start knocking down threes. Urban does it pretty regularly. Now we got Isaiah throwing the offense out there too.
Ruben Chinyelu has not scored, but yet he has 10 rebounds. That leads everyone by far in that category. Xavier Lee's got 10 points, 4 of 7 from the field, and that includes 2 made 3-pointers.
Yeah, when I saw Tommy, he's 0 for 4 from 3 and 0 for 5 for the game. They're contesting. Obviously, they're keying on him all they can.
Excuse me, but to your point, he's been great at the line, 4 for 4.
Yeah, right.
Well, just do what he did last game, and that scored 21 second-half points. No big whoop, right?
right. Well, we win it last game against Georgia, and we were up by 1 at half. So I like having this big lead to start it off.
All right, let's see if the Gators can grow a 15-point lead here down the last 2:20 of the half. 36-21, Florida ball out of the timeout. Half-court zone trap almost stymied Houck. Bounce pass to Houck, throws it wing left for Xavier Lee. Back out to Boogie Flan, will walk the dribble to the center of the floor. 2:10 to go.
Here's the zone.
Condon floating along the foul line. Awaits a pass, which comes via Houck. Condon down the right side of the lane. Flick shot, right hand's good.
Great. They'll found his advantage there, 6'11" against 6 foot.
All right, so the lead 17 now, 31-21. Bailey between the rings. And drifting to catch across the left side of the floor is Millender. He'll drive to the right side of the lane. Pump, shoots. Strong finish for the smallest guy on the floor. Scoring off the glass. Up top, Lee. Lee drives the rim, and he races there to get a layup to go. That's a dozen now for Xavier Lee.
Just exploding to the goal, going downhill.
Bailey contested three, wing right, no good. Rebound number 11 for Chinyulu in the half. 1:20 to play. Deep give, caught by Condon, left of the lane. They quickly doubled him. Turns, throws a big long pass over the top, caught wing right by Xavier Lee. Drives the rim, missed the layup, but draws a foul. So Lee will go to the line here, looking to add to 12 points. Game high 12 points. Fouls on Millender, his first.
Alex is having a little bit of difficulty throwing out of the double team, but that's what they're doing. Alex gets the ball down the block, little block extended. He threw a cross court to Lee to find the open guy.
Well, here's the only other guy that Thomas Houck to shoot a free throw in the building. First free throw is good. You heard me right. Georgia has not attempted a free throw in the first half. Not one. Florida's 5 for 5 at the line. 4 for Houck. 1 now for Lee and 1 more coming. Condon out, Brown in. You don't think that's going to be a topic of conversation amongst Georgia?
Absolutely.
No free throw attempts. Second free throw, missed it. Rebound, Georgia. Catching's racing up the floor. Slipped and fell. Stolen by Lee. 1-on-2 to the other end. Xavier into the rack. Lost the handle, and it goes off Georgia out of bounds. No foul called. Xavier tried to beat 2 guys at the rim with a 1:03 to play.
Yeah, Millender was coming along the left side on a left-hand layup and just grabbed him, but no call.
It's just the third, on the out-of-bounds play. Georgia's only committed 3 fouls. Florida 4.
Yeah, officiating's been holding that whistle.
All right, so right to the goal here. Brown will throw it in off the baseline to Houck on the right wing. Thomas takes it beyond the three-point line, hands it to Boogie Flan. Under a minute to play in the half. 20 to shoot. Flan to the right wing. Works off a ball screen. Fires a baseline right jumper, no good. Rebound, Chinyulu back up. Right hook, good. First bucket for Ruben Chinyulu to go along with a dozen rebounds. 43-23. Into the right corner. Stagg takes it, and he blew right by his man and dunked it. Houck waited to inbound here. Todd Golden screaming at him to be smart about this play. Get a 2-for-1 if they hurry. I think Boogie's actually going to they're going to extend the floor, space it, and go for a last look.
Yeah. We saw this at Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Slowly take the ball out of bounds so you can run the clock down.
There's about a 3.2-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. So 9 to shoot. Flan to the center jump circle. Here comes Tommy to screen. Flan drives left into the paint, slips, falls, ball goes out of bounds. It belongs to Georgia with 6.5 seconds to go. So we've seen guys slip and fall at each end here on this floor. 43-25. Gators up by 18. Gators are going to try and pick one off here if they can. Millender, cross half court to the right wing, attacks the rim, lays it up, and scores. Counted as the buzzer sounded. I don't think any of the Gators expected Millender to go all the way to the rim, and that cuts it to 17. So the Gators +2 from the last timeout to the end of the half.
Coach was yelling at him to try and get a foul. We had a foul to give, and no one could hear it.
That was a little surprising on that finish there. Nonetheless, what a great half by the Gators, leading at 43-27.
Came out, played with some urgency.
Steve Egan, with head coach Todd Golden. Steve?
All right, Sean, thanks. Coach, up 16 here at the half. A lot of good numbers in there. What stands out to you?
Thought we did a good job defensively for the most part of the half. Got off to a great start. We were rebounding well. Got to value the ball a little bit better. I thought the last 4 or 5 minutes we weren't toughing up on the defensive end. But overall, pretty good job.
What do you want to clean up here in the second half?
They had our ball screen coverage late. Wasn't very good. We gave up a couple rim finishes that we can't give up. We got to do a better job taking care of the ball.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, guys, thank you very much. 6 turnovers for the Gators, to Coach's point. 5 for Georgia in the first half. Again, Bulldogs do not shoot a free throw in the first half. Georgia held to 3 of 12 from 3 and 33% overall. The Gators here in a dominant way have a halftime lead in Athens. When we come back, Kevin Winters all set to go. Halftime report, including the thoughts of Brian Hogan and another edition of Egan's Archives here between halves 1 and 2. Florida 43, Georgia 27 on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
Calling all Gators, students, alum, and diehards who bleed orange and blue. VyStar Credit Union and UF Athletics are teaming up to earn you more green. Sign up for the VyStar UF Gators credit card and get up to 20% off select Gators home game tickets. Plus, you can get a $150 bonus and up to 3% cash back on purchases when you use your new card. Whether you swipe at the swamp or tap around town, earn more. Visit VyStarCU.org to learn more. VyStar Credit Union. Go Gators. Get cash back. Federally insured by NCAA. Bonus offer subject to eligibility. Terms and conditions apply. Visit VyStarCU.org for full details.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
Hey, it's the Good Greek Spiro, and I'm proud to announce that Good Greek is a proud supporter of Florida Gators basketball. The Gators have a long tradition of winning, and they just made another great move by partnering up with the Good Greek. Be a part of the winning team. Simply dial ** Greek from your cell or go to goodgreek.com. Good Greek Moving and Storage, proud sponsors of Florida Gators basketball.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
What's up, guys? It's Thomas Houck with men's basketball.
Puts his head down, spins with a dribble. Right side of the lane, to the rack, and a two-hand dunk for Thomas Houck.
One full behind-the-scenes access to everything Florida Gators for free? Check out Gators Plus and experience your favorite Gators athletes and teams like never before. Head to floridagators.com/watch and check out shows like Car Wash Convos, Road to Game Day, and Gator Life, as well as fan favorites like This is the Swamp, Gator Boys, and Blue Collar Baseball. Check it out today and support your favorite Florida Gators.
20 minutes are in the books. This is the Gators Basketball Halftime Report. First half stats and scores from around the country are coming up. Let's go back to the UF Health Sports Desk. Once again, here's Kevin Winter.
Gators led by as many as 20 in that first half. They lead by 16 at the break, 43-27 over Georgia. Tonight's Old Dominion best of the game is Xavier Lee, 13 points on 5 of 8 from the floor. He leads Florida, in fact, leads everyone at the half. Old Dominion Freightliner works hard to be the best of the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. You go back to Stegman Coliseum in Athens. Brian Hogan, what's allowed Xavier Lee to play with the kind of confidence that he is tonight?
Yeah, you can tell whenever you have a defender that's going to let you shoot threes, when you catch the ball and you get that high screen, you can sort of relax. You can be confident. All I got to do is take 2 dribbles here to my left, and the defender's going to go under the screen. I'm wide open. He's 5 feet away from me. I think that's a big part of it. A lot of guys try to get in your face like we do. We go over the top. A screen's have, we're going to be right next to that player. So I think that's a big one for him.
Sean said it during the game. He said, quote, "It's not a coincidence what the Gators have done defensively." Go back to Saturday. A&M starts 2 for their first 29 from the floor in the first 13 minutes. Tonight, Georgia starts 9 of 32. What is Florida doing defensively, Brian, that has really become their identity?
Yeah, well said. It is our identity. What we can do that other teams just can't is our big guys can guard. We can switch and have a 6'9 guy against Georgia's 6'1 guy. Alex had one of his blocks as we had that switch. teams aren't able to take advantage, and they try to, but they just haven't been effective in having Urban guarding a 6'9" guy under the basket. When our big guys are out top, they can guard you.
Something else that's been happening too, Brian. Florida's moving the basketball. 8 assists on 16 made field goals. Georgia, a lot of ISO ball. 12 makes, 1 assist. Wow. Georgia did go 3 for 4 down the stretch, but think about that. 1 assist on their 12 makes. Brian and Sean have the call of the second half. Gators lead Georgia by 16, trying to go to 9-2 and remain atop the standings in the SEC. Up next at a Gator Basketball Halftime Report, we go back to Athens for another edition of Egan's Archives. So Steve Egan has been with Gator Sports for 30 years. This is the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
To aim higher, to go faster, to push further. It's what elite athletes do, and UF Health is built from that same DNA. We don't just treat cancer, we advance breakthrough therapies. We don't just perform heart surgery, we invent procedures used worldwide. Like top athletes, we believe human progress has no finish line. UF Health, a national medical center for Team USA.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Gator pride. When I'm carrying the Gators Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra orange and blue gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra Go Gators from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/Go Gators to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC, member FDIC.
The home of the orange and blue. This is the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
You've been putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think of calling for a ride, but nah, you live nearby. What's the worst that could happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, you total your car, you kill someone. The results of driving drunk are tragic. That's why law enforcement is out there looking for impaired drivers to save lives. So if you think you're okay to drive after a few drinks, think again. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Paid for by FDOT.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
I'm Kevin Winter with the Gator Basketball Halftime Report. Florida 43, Georgia 27 after 20 minutes of play. The 232nd meeting all time between these two teams. Steve Egan hasn't seen them all, but he's seen a lot. We go back to Athens for another edition of Egan's Archives.
All right, Kevin, thanks. Well, this one goes back to 2015. I think it was Coach Donovan's final season, and we're here at Stegman Coliseum, and we're not playing well that season, and it's late in the season, and we're not playing well in this game. And here at Stegman, the way we sit, the team bench is right there. Coach stands in front of us a lot of times, and so we're right next to the huddle when they're doing their thing. And so this is late in the game. Coach Donovan is really upset with his team. He takes his board, he smashes it on the corner of the table here, and I'm sitting right next to it, and I got shrapnel all over me, and all the little magnets fly all over the place, and several of them stick to my board, and it's like, okay, well, we clean all this up. After he smashed his board into 1,000 pieces, but all the little magnets were stuck to my metal mixer here, and so I just stuck them in my bag and I took them home. And they're still in the football stadium booth. You can see them on the door if you come in to our radio booth there. They're still there. What is this now? 10 years later? Yeah. So that was a wild day, and I got a little souvenir out of it.
That is back in the day when coaches used magnets to move pieces around because the whiteboards had not been invented yet. Steve Egan, one of a kind. Gators by 16 over Georgia. We check the SEC schedule coming up next across the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Gator Nation, what an incredible year it's been. Your Florida Gator basketball team are national champions, and our partners at Dreamfinders Homes are celebrating their own big win as the 2025 National Builder of the Year. Dreamfinders Homes is creating beautifully designed communities across Florida, from Jacksonville to Orlando to Tampa. With great interest rate incentives and move-in ready options available now, there's never been a better time to make your move. Visit dreamfindershomes.com today and start your home search. Dreamfinders Homes, built for Florida, built for Gators.
As the official wealth management team of the Florida Gators, Talon Wealth gives a cheer for the orange and blue when our Gators take a chomp out of the competition. But we react differently. When products like mutual funds, annuities, or even REITs takes a chomp out of someone's retirement, are you receiving the value you're paying for? Compare what Talon's been doing to what you've been doing for free. Visit guardingyournestegg.com.
Advisory services through Talon Private Wealth, an SEC registered investment advisor, license B05634. Compensation is paid to Levy for partnership with the Gators as of January 2023.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota. Let's go places. Get 1.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2025 Toyota Tacoma Hybrid. Offer valid through March 2nd, 2026. Zero down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. $28.64 monthly payment for every $1,000 financed. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details. The Gators basketball halftime report continues with a look at scores from the SEC and the top 25. Once again, here's Kevin Winter.
In Oxford tonight, Alabama has rallied for a 32-30 lead over Ole Miss. Remember, no Charles Bediako. He has been ruled out for the remainder of the season. Tennessee, Mississippi State, Missouri, Texas A&M still to come later on tonight around the top 25. Number 6, UConn on the road at Butler, and the Bulldogs have an early 22-18 lead midway through the opening half. Florida led by as many as 20. We're up 16 at the break over Georgia. Sean Kelly, Brian Hogan have the call of the second half from Athens next across the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of the Florida Gators, helping the world keep promises.
For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to Sirius XM College Sports Radio Channel 84 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
Sirius XM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis.
He's got it!
So cheer along with the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Progressive can protect your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, ATV, RV, and more. In short, a lot of things. Bundle today at Progressive.com. This is the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
Progressive presents the Passionate Sports Fan Checklist. Signed jersey of your favorite bench warmer? Check. 14 bobbleheads that look nothing like the players they're emulating? Check. Twin TVs so you can watch the game on 2 different networks simultaneously? Check. Life-size wall sticker of your favorite player that routinely freaks you out at night? Check. A second life-size wall sticker so after the first one freaks you out, you see the second and you're like, oh right, the wall stickers. Check and mate. Bundle your renters and auto insurance with Progressive and save on protection for the things on your checklist. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers not available in all states or situations covered subject to policy terms.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Steve Egan back at Stegman Coliseum here in Athens, where at the half the Gators lead the Dogs 43-27. Now to call the second half of tonight's game, here is the voice of the Gators, Sean Kelly.
Thank you, Steve. You're all safe. No broken clipboards here in front of you from the first half of play. The Gators lead it as both teams are finishing second half warm-ups. It's 43-27. Brian Hogan, let me get your favorite first half stat, brought to you by ViStar Credit Union. Do good, bank better.
Yeah, my favorite is Xavier Lee with 13 points. He's made it happen from threes. He's 2 for 5. He's driving to the bucket and getting consistent scoring, and consistent play from him is key for us going down the stretch.
Let's kind of piggyback off of that a little bit. Two guys that reliably score for you, not so much in the first half. Houck with just 4 points, all of it at the free throw line. Chinyelu has 12 rebounds, but only 2 points. So yet the Gators are up 16.
Yeah.
Had to come from somewhere else.
Yeah. You got to be excited about the second half. Tommy had 1 point halftime at Texas A&M, ended up with 22. I'm excited to see what he does the second half, but they're focusing on those two guys, right? Ruben's still leading the team with 12 rebounds. Will he hit 20?
I think there's a very good chance. Yeah. A really good chance. Isaiah Brown, career high 3 made three-pointers. Does so off the bench to get 9, and then we talked about Xavier Lee and his 13 points. Sans undershirt here since the first media timeout. Lee on the floor with Houck, who's playing in his 100th consecutive game. Talk about availability. 100 straight games for Houck. Condon, Fland, Chinyelu otherwise. We're ready to go. Georgia ball here to start the second half, shooting at the end to our left. That's the far end from us toward the Georgia bench. Millender's going to start the second half here for Georgia. Got two guys here. Mike White switching up their lineup. Stagg and Millender getting the second half start. Here's Houck now, top of the arc. Moves to his right. Spins, throws a Condon, top of the key. Goes high-low into Chinyelu, and Surreal knocks that away out of bounds. This is the one team or the one guy you're not going to have so much success going high-low. That's one big at the top, one inside. Trying to go big to big. 7 on the shot clock for Houck here to inbound baseline left. Opening minute of the second half. 15-point lead, lob into Condon. Got to hurry here. Condon shovels it out to Boogie. 4-3 to the left wing. Rises off the dribble. Long 2 won't go. And a foul underneath. Surreal and Chinyelu battling. And they may take a look at this.
Surreal gave a cheap shot in midway through that first half against Ruben. You can't consistently out-physical him, so I think he tried a cheap one there.
Well, Todd Golden is just telling the officials he dragged him down. And Surreal just basically wrestles Chinyelu away from the rebound. I guess it was probably talked about at halftime. Anybody else want to try and stop Chinyelu from rebounding the ball? And as we've seen, Brian Hogan, teams against Chinyelu have had to try to do so illegally.
Yeah.
So far this season. So we're stopped here at 19:06, and I'm trying to tell if we've gone to a full timeout here. We have. We'll take a break as they take a look at this play. Media timeout. Yeah, 19:06 to go, first half just underway here. Still the opening minute. Florida 43, Georgia 29. Play under review on the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
Gator Nation, this season it's time to act for the greener good. UF and GFL are making great strides to reduce our footprint, and you can help. Recyclable and compostable paper products, cups, straws, and food waste receptacles are available at the arena. Look for the signs and put it in the right can, Greener Gator fan. Think green as you cheer on the orange and blue. Call GFL at 352-377-0800 or visit us at gflenv.com. GFL, green for life.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Gator pride. When I'm carrying the Gators Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra orange and blue gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra Go Gators from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/Go Gators to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC, member FDIC.
To aim higher, to go faster, to push further. It's what elite athletes do, and UF Health is built from that same DNA. We don't just treat cancer, we advance breakthrough therapies. We don't just perform heart surgery, we invent procedures used worldwide. Like top athletes, we believe human progress has no finish line. UF Health, a national medical center for Team USA.
Play-by-play of Gators basketball is brought to you by UF Health. At UF Health, we believe human progress has no finish line. Visit humanprogress.ufhealth.org to learn more.
Did you know that Inner Circle members save more at Circle K? Sign up for free by downloading the Inner Circle app on your smartphone. New members save 25 cents per gallon on their first 5 fill-ups. Here's the result of the official review. And again, tip of the cap here to Corey McRae, associate head coach. No ref mic here for us at Georgia. They don't provide it. And Corey was kind enough to come over and tell us that the officials have informed the Gators that the review is going to result in a double foul. One on Chinyelu and one on Surreal, which results in a jump ball. The error belongs to the Gators. Gators ball on the baseline. So that comes with 19:06 to go in the second half. I don't dislike the call, Brian, but you've got to keep an eye on Surreal because of his reputation, number one.
Yeah.
So I would say it's plenty on the radar screen for the officiating crew now. I just don't see where Ruben fouls Surreal. I mean, this is a takedown WWE style by Surreal. Trying to keep Chinyelu from a 13th rebound already.
I mean, I don't see it either, but it's what they call. Let's play with it.
All right, baseline left, Gators basketball. This is on the offensive end. Alco throw it in wing left to Alex Condon. Condon guarded by Kane. A little bit of a mismatch here. Let's see what Alex does with it. Spins. Steps through a double, goes to the rack, lays it up. No dunk follow, won't go for Chinyelu, and Stagg's able to clear it. Weird miss.
Yeah, 2 chippies we had.
Stagg hands it off wing left to Catchings. Cannon check. Catchings in the left front court. Bounce pass to Surreal, top of the arc. Back out to Catchings. Drives right to the high ball screen. Down the right side of the lane. Off balance shot. Hit the glass. The rim no good. Rebound Kane. Kane right of the rim. Zips it out to Milliner. Milliner drives to the top of the arc to his left. Now retreats against Flan. Takes the dribble toward the left baseline. Sends it along the baseline to the right corner. Kane pump fake. Drives. Dishes inside to Surreal. Goes up. Missed the bunny left of the rim. Popcorn rebound out to Lee. Lee will pause. Fire for 3 wing left. Just missed it. And a foul underneath. Guess who? Surreal and Chinyelu again. And a push off on Surreal, and the Gators have the ball under the rim.
They're going to be watching Mr. Surreal really closely. I don't know how they called that foul on Rubin the last time, but they ain't going to let that happen again.
2 on Santos Surreal. Inbound, finds Condon, sideline left. Gators lead at 43-29. Florida's yet to score since halftime. We're 2 minutes into the second half. Lee, crossover dribble, angle right. Started right, goes back left. Darts down the lane after a hezzy. Layup blocked left of the rim. I think Catchings got it, or maybe Stagg. Milliner for 3 at the other end. In and out, no. Tip follow won't go for Kane. Ball spiked, grabbed by Kane. Kane right of the rim, throws out of a double to Surreal. Up and under layup, way off. Tap out rebound. Chinyelu back to Kane, though. He misses a banker right of the rim. And a foul on the rebound. Oh no, it's going to be a travel on Chinyelu, who tried to secure the rebound but lost his balance and turned it over.
Wow. They just doubled their offensive rebound totals from the first half with 3 offensive rebounds. They got the 50-50s.
In 1 possession.
Yeah.
Georgia's missed their last 6 shots now as a result. Milliner throws it in corner left. Kane launches a 3. Got it. So that ends the Georgia drought, and it's a 5-0 start to the half here for Georgia. Boogie has it, drives and kicks from the paint out to Lee on the left side. Xavier pulls the dribble out front court left. Gators got to get on the board here. Lee, jump pass to a rolling Chinyelu. Up strong right of the rim. Missed it off the glass. Too many bunny misses for the Gators since halftime. Handlock to go to check in next dead ball. Millender goes to the right wing to the top. Stagg for three, short. Nice rebound by Condon. So it's 43-32. Closest as Georgia's been in a while. Again, Gators scoreless since the halftime. Condon picks up his dribble above the right foul line extended. Kane slaps it loose and steals it. Foot race to the other end. Condon denies the dunk but fouls Kane. Kane's going to the free throw line. And the Gators need some energy here.
Yeah. And that was our fourth chippy we've missed. We're at the rim. We just got to finish those plays. Can't come out the second half flat. Georgia feeling some momentum. Crowd getting into the game.
Kane to the line to shoot two. 89% free throw shooter. Gators held Kane to just 8 points in Gainesville back on January the 6th. And he's got 8 points now in this one to go along with 7 rebounds. That's a source of frustration right now that the 6'5" guard has 8 rebounds. Condon, Chinyelu, and Fland all coming out for Todd Golden, who hopefully sends some energy in.
Yeah, showing a lot of confidence in this second rotation.
Both free throws good, and this is a 9-point game. Again, just joining us, Florida led by 20 with 47 seconds left in the first half. And now it's 16:53 in the second half. It's a 9-point affair. Let's see what Klobuchar, Brown, and Handlock can do as far as getting the Gators on track. Now, top of the arc. Fakes the dribble hand Isaiah Brown. He's harassed by Millender, front court left. We're going to see if Isaiah can handle it. Handlock comes out to catch between the circles. Back it out to Lee. Boy, they've really spread their defense out. To Klobuchar, baseline right, dribble drive, jump pass to Lee. Now to Houck, step back three with 2 to shoot. Good, he counted just off the top of the arc. First field goal for Houck comes at 16:22. That is the first bucket of the half for Florida. And Catchings moving baseline left, spins and steps on the baseline for a Georgia turnover. Just their 6th.
There we go. Let's answer with this possession, too. Tommy stepping up when we need to as the shot clock going down.
46-34. Lee will start the offense to Klobuchar, front court right. Lob it, wing right, Handlock, and quickly gives it up to Houck. Houck over the top of the arc with a dribble handoff for Brown. Brown chest pass to Irby on the left wing. Steps left with a drop bounce. Shoots and drills the three. Multiple threes for Klobuchar in the game. Multiple threes in the game. 16th time this season. Georgia throws an air ball up off the right wing. It goes out of bounds, but last touch by the Gators. It'll be Georgia ball baseline left when we come back. But just 6 points for the Gators since the halftime break. A 3 by Houck and a 3 by Klobuchar. 7-6 advantage for the Dogs since the break. And as we stop play at 15:48, it is Florida 49, Georgia 34. This is the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
Retirement is the pursuit of. Oak Hammock's newly renovated homes deliver comfort and convenience, including options for skilled nursing and rehab on site. Find your place at oakhammock.org.
This is Gators basketball from Learfield.
Calling all Gators, students, alum, and diehards who bleed orange and blue. VyStar Credit Union and UF Athletics are teaming up to earn you more green. Sign up for the VyStar UF Gators credit card and get up to 20% off select Gators home game tickets. Plus, you can get a $150 bonus and up to 3% cash back on purchases when you use your new card. Whether you swipe at the swamp or tap around town, earn more. Visit VyStarCU.org to learn more. VyStar Credit Union. Go Gators. Get cash back. Federally insured by NCAA. Bonus offer subject to eligibility. Terms and conditions apply. Visit VyStarCU.org for full details.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
Hey, it's the Good Greek Spiro, and I'm proud to announce that Good Greek is a proud supporter of Florida Gators basketball. The Gators
Gators have a long tradition of winning, and they just made another great move by partnering up with the Good Greek. Be a part of the winning team. Simply dial ** Greek from your cell or go to goodgreek.com. Good Greek Moving and Storage, proud sponsors of Florida Gators basketball.
Good Greek Moving and Storage, your superhero movers.
I'm Kevin Oyster at the UF Health Sports Desk around the SEC tonight. Alabama leads at Ole Miss 45-36. Top 25 closing in on halftime between Butler and UConn. 1-point game. Bulldogs have a 35-34 advantage. Gators saw their 20-point lead once 20, dropped down to 9, couple of back-to-back threes. The lead is restored to 15. You go back to Sean Kelly and Brian Hogan in Athens. Brian, the Gators tonight are missing some chippies in and around the basket. Not something we're accustomed to seeing. What do you attribute that to?
Yeah, they're just a good defense. I mean, Georgia's tall, they're lanky. They contested those plays really well. We're still 6 for 15 inside, getting our layups, making our plays, converting them, and then we hit a couple threes that put us back in a comfortable lead right here. We'd like to extend it, though, right?
Got to get it back toward the high water mark, which was 20, with just under a minute to go in the first half. But the Gators with a pair of threes here have kind of weathered an early storm here in the second half. Hey, tournament season's coming, and every tip-off deserves a toast with Evan Williams Bourbon. Whether you're raising a glass before the game, enjoying it with your favorite game day spread, or celebrating a buzzer-beater upset, it's always the right pour. Visit evanwilliams.com to find a bottle for your next game day. Georgia ball, baseline left, 22 to shoot, 15:48 to go. Gators lead at 49-34. Lob it in toward Abson, and Handlock trying to steal the inbound, commits the foul. It's already 3 team fouls on the Gators in the half.
I hate giving away one like that. That isn't anything we really talked about pregame, contesting that throw-in.
Into Kane, works right of a high ball screen, draws Brown defensively in front court right. Kane puts a dribble behind his back. Out from the right wing, drives, spins, edge of the paint, shoots, banked it in. Luke Kane with 11 to lead all Georgia scores. 49-36. There's one guy you got to kind of keep down. He's their X factor. Brown hands it off to Houck. Houck between the rings, turns, fires to Lee on the right wing. Xavier works toward the baseline here, drawing a pair of defenders. Out of hand Lockton at the elbow, hands it off to Brown, drives the rim, beats Kane to the rack, missed another layup. So the Gators have missed 10 shots at the rim since halftime. Ball off Georgia out of bounds. It stays with Florida with 20 to shoot.
Tough contested drive. Guy on his hip the whole time, and Isaiah's a left-handed shooter, right? He's going in for that right-hand layup on his offhand.
Good point.
Just wasn't able to finish it.
Brown will trigger the inbound, does so to Houck, deep left wing. Turns, goes in the lane, and fouled, crossing the paint left to right. Houck kind of said, I've had enough of this.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. 2 free throws for Houck. He's 4 for 4 at the line tonight.
Another reason he doesn't have a couple easy 2 shots. They're fouling him every time he drives to the bucket.
Foul on Justin Bailey. First free throw is good for Thomas Houck.
Nice, Tommy. Micah and Isaiah able to give Alex and Ruben continued break here.
Also some juice in the second half. That first group. Both free throws are good, so Houck now in the game is 6 of 6 at the line and has made 15 straight free throws here.
Yeah. Georgia's sort of a guard lineup with Catchings being the 4 that really handles the ball a lot.
Bounce pass inside to Surreal rolling, and he's fouled. We'll pick and roll with the 4-5. And it's interesting, Todd Golden and his staff pointed out that Cannon Catchings is their 4, but plays more like a 2.
Yeah.
Shooting guard. Foul on Isaiah Brown.
A great help defense. Isaiah came over from the weak side. I don't know. Looked like he got it clean.
Georgia inbound baseline left. That's already now 4 fouls on the Gators with 14:50 to go. 51-36 Florida. ISO for Surreal left side of the lane. Handlock to try to bottle him up. And fouled on the floor. Micah picks up the foul. Put a forearm into Santos Surreal. I hope they put him at the line. He's not a good free throw shooter. It's on the floor. Baseline right.
Yeah.
20 on the shot clock into Surreal. They're going to go to work on hand lock then again. Gives it off to Millender. Turns the corner, gets deep in the lane. Try to hand it to Surreal. Ball knocked loose by Hand-Lockton. And Surreal saves it. No, he stepped on the baseline. Under the goal, the Gators get the ball.
Love it. Micah, man, 7-footer in there fighting like he's a guard.
And you know what? With his roll off the bench, I don't mind using a few of those fouls that he's got at his disposal.
Right.
So the Gators get it back. Georgia's missed 8 of their last 10 shots. And the Gators basically backed almost where they were with a 16-point lead at halftime, up 15 here.
They've given up the full court press, too. I think they saw how winded they were. Second half, come out picking us up half court.
Out turn, throws a Klobuchar top of the arc. Harassed by Ross as he works the dribble to the right side of the floor. Now races with the left hand to the front foul line. Picks up his dribble. Bottled up by Ross. Bounce pass toward Hawk, intercepted by Millender. Millender in traffic, throws to Kane wing right, back out to Millender. Shot fake from 3, drives left, fires for 3. Glass iron rim, no good. Rebound for Hand-Lockton, is able to hold on with Surreal trying to knock it loose. Outlet pass to Lee. Lee dumps it inside. Out from under the rim, throws wing right. Irby for 3. No good. Rebounded on the weak side by Kane for Georgia. I like the look there. Still 51-36. Brown almost stole it from Kane. Kane wiggles into the top of the lane. Kane throws up a prayer right to the rim. Goes over the rim and a foul on the floor. And Brown commits the foul. Battling for the rebound on the weak side. And Georgia's going to have free throws here soon enough. 6th team foul on Florida. Condon, Chinulu, and Flan check back in.
Yeah, Surreal just doesn't play like a 7-footer, man. He should be in there, be solid, getting that rebound. Isaiah just pushing him around. They end up calling Isaiah for the foul.
So Georgia will inbound here left of the goal, and
Surreal.
No, actually, I think it is Surreal.
Yeah.
You're right.
You see those gold shoes he's got on.
Slow to get up at the far end. They're going to have to sub out for him.
I think he does it just to rest sometimes.
You may have heard Todd Golden talking to his bench here right in front of us. We're near the Gators bench. Surreal's going to the end of the Georgia bench. And now KB Burdett says they're going to take a look at it. And KB just told Todd Golden, I'm looking at this. This is a crew chief decision here to review the play at 13:39. Surreal's all kinds of banged up.
I think he said he may have a collision, maybe caught an elbow across the chin or the neck area. And it was just 2 guys going for a ball.
Plays under review. Here's a look on the big screen at what's going on. Brown and Surreal battling for a weak side rebound. If anything, Surreal hook and holds Isaiah Brown. Inadvertently, I will say that.
Yeah.
But I just see 2 guys battling for a rebound here.
This happens 20 times a game on a rebound.
So both teams huddle up here. Still 51-36. Boy, at 13:39, you'd expect the more than 17 points to be scored combined. It's a 9-8 advantage for Georgia since halftime.
We had a big rebound advantage that first game by 21 rebounds, and they've narrowed it here. We've only got a 4 rebound advantage at this point in the game.
And I thought it'd be Surreal that would be the common foul, is what the review shows. I thought Surreal would be the difference, or is why they've closed the rebound again. He only has 2.
Yeah.
It's actually Blue Kane who's been the problem. He's got 8 rebounds to go with 11 points.
Yeah, we shut down Blue that first game. Millender, James picked up the slack, scored 34 points off the bench. Now they brought Millender in to start the second half, right? He was their leading scorer.
So Ross will inbound for Georgia here, baseline left. Down by 15. Trying to get into Kane. He threw it off his backside. And the loose ball grabbed by Boogie Flant. So the Gators steal the inbound and bring it up. The largest lead for Florida has been 20. Lob to Condon in a horn set. Comes off the left high post to catch. Takes the dribble here. Out to the foul line extended. Guarded by Stagg. Sidearm pass to Chinulu at the nail. He's working downhill now. Pump. Shoots into Dylan James and scores. He's too strong. 4 points for Chinulu.
That's what a man looks like, scoring over the bucket.
53-36. So the Gators have come back and actually grown their halftime lead by 1 now. Stagg top of the arc. Crossover dribble. Bounce pass to James Block left. Little flick shot, no good from 3 feet away. Rebounded by Condon. Outlet pass to Boogie. Boogie up the left side of the floor. Pauses before reaching the three-point line. Darts around a Condon screen. Goes right to the rim. Shoots, and he kissed it off the glass to score. 8 for Boogie Fland.
Keep going downhill, right?
Gators are best when he's going downhill. Yeah. 55-36. Ross working the dribble here, just left to the top of the arc. Milliter comes to catch. Drives right of a James screen. Goes to the rim, and an up and under reverse layup is good for Smurf Millender. Lob for the rim. Condon catches and throws down an alley-oop dunk. Woo! Gators made him pay from a half-court assist. Ross pushes off, no call. Slings it out up top. 3-ball on the way. Nope for Stagg. And a foul on the floor battling for the rebound. And they're going to call this against Hauk.
Wow, that's a cheap one.
1-1 now already for Georgia at 12:02.
Ruben
checks in for Ross.
Yeah, Ruben had him blocked out, and Tommy came and just helped with a volleyball tip to one of his teammates.
James foul line left here. 1 and the bonus. James starting for Wilkinson tonight, who's out. And he missed the front end. A rebound for Chinulu, his 15th of the game. He's played just over 18 minutes and has 15 rebounds.
Match last game, this Texas A&M.
Labjar feeds Condon here, left wing. Uphill with a right-hand dribble. Hands it off between the rings to Klabjar. Around the Condon screen. Irby pushed off Kane. Pull-up jumper for 2. Sailed it over the rim. Weak side ball loose. And grabbed by Chinulu. Out to Flant. Deep left wing 3. Good! He buried it to beat the shot clock buzzer.
Oh, that's a backbreaker.
Boogie Fland was 0 for his last 15 from 3. Stagg almost turned it over at the top of the arc. It's 60-38. Largest lead for Florida. And a foul here by Condon as Stagg was working down the left side of the lane. That takes us to a timeout, but the Gators are now outscoring Georgia since halftime 17-11. And the Gators made 4 of their last 5, including that step back 3 for Boogie Fland. He's got 11, and the Gators lead by 22. 60-38 with 11:15 to go on the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
Florida Farm Bureau members get free tickets to select Gators men's basketball games. Visit myffbf.org to sign into your account, then follow the prompts for attractions and sports and sporting events to get your 2 free tickets. Tickets are offered on a first-come, first-served basis and are subject to availability. Not a Farm Bureau member? Visit myffbf.org and register to become a member today. Florida Farm Bureau Insurance, proud to support Gators athletics.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota, Let's go places. Lease a new 2025 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for $279 a month for 39 months. Offer valid through March 2nd, 2026. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. $42.78 due at signing. No security deposit with select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
From the opening tip to the final buzzer, this is Gators basketball.
Head ball coach scores again. Steve Spurrier's head beer coach 1966 lager is available at Exactech Arena and at most retail stores in North Central Florida. Crisp and refreshing head beer coach 1966 lager. Made by Gators for Gators. Please drink responsibly. 11:15 to go in the second half. Florida enjoying its largest lead of the game. Florida 60, Georgia 38. Things have settled again, my friend.
Yeah, you saw that momentum go there that first 4 minutes, and you're like, okay, are we going to respond here? Brought in that second unit, knocked down a couple threes to get the lead back, and now here we are playing with energy again.
Ruben Chinyalu's the story on the glass again. He has 16 rebounds, but 4 of those are offensive rebounds. That puts him in now 101 offensive rebounds for the season already. He's the 7th Gator to now have 100 or more offensive rebounds in the season. That list includes a couple of his teammates, Alex Conda and Micah Handlockton, but also on that list, Joakim Noah, Dwayne Davis, Tyrese Samuel, and Patrick Young, who did it 2 times.
Yeah, I got to play with Duncan Dwayne Davis, Double D. He was a beast. He just couldn't wait for us to take a shot because he wanted to get a rebound on the offensive end.
He had none to rebound when you shot because you never missed,
it
right?
Went down.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's Brian Hogan. I'm Sean Kelly. Steve Egan's alongside as well. Alex Bauer at Master Control, and Kevin Winter is once again at the UF Health Sports Desk. Stag back to the line here in the bonus.
Surreal still out of the game.
1-1 here. Has been a non-factor. Santos Surreal.
Yeah.
First one's good for Kareem Stagg. Out of Chesapeake, Virginia. Finished high school ball at IMG Academy, of course, in our fair state. Scoreless in his last 2, but asked to do more tonight. And with both free throws down, 9 here for Stagg. He averages 3 a game. So 60-40. Gators trying to win a 4th straight overall and a 5th straight on the road.
1-3-1.
Yeah, changing it up is Georgia defensively. Flan will try and figure this out. Boogie up top. Skip pass one quarter left to Klobjar. Irby looks uphill. Through Houck to Conda now above the left high post. Alex spins below the foul line. Nothing inside. Ball knocked loose and got hit on the arm. Stolen by Georgia. Catches the other end. Knocked loose by Klobjar. And it goes out of bounds. May have hit the foot of Catchings.
I thought he got the back foot. Yeah, I thought he got the back foot. They're looking at it.
They're gonna take a look. Todd Golden's staff behind the bench says we will challenge that. Xavier Lee's gonna check in. Well, first Conda gets fouled at one end, knocking the ball loose. And then Irby takes a great angle here to cut off Catchings to knock the ball out of his hands, and it does appear to go off Catchings last.
Yeah, got that left foot of Catchings. Yeah, sure, good call. Coaches just on top of it.
Yeah. Nolan Cruz and the crew that sits back row, they call it, second row of the Gators bench, they are the ones that have to figure that out like in a flash.
Yeah.
And they've had a really high success rate on challenging plays like this.
Yeah.
So it stops play here at 10:44 in the second half, with the score still 60-40 in favor of the Gators.
Yeah, this is where it works in our advantage when our players like to wear these pink shoes. You can see it didn't go off of Urban's pink shoe.
Successful challenge is the word from KB Burdett, the crew chief. So the Gators get the ball right back. Todd Golden just looked back at Nolan and did the crown thing. You're the king. So it negates the turnover at the other end.
Yeah. Georgia dropping back to their 1-3-1 again.
Millender's at the top of that. Klamjar in the backcourt with Boogie Flan. They pass to Condon over to Irby. Left wing for three. Back iron no good. Long rebound for Boogie. Boogie darts one to the right wing. Tommy for three. Back iron again. And Catchings grabs the rebound for Georgia. Had 2 good looks from 3.
Yeah, great wide open.
Gators have made 9 threes in the game. Catchings drives from the right wing under the rim. Jump past the left side. Kane for 3. Got that one. Luke Kane's got 14 points. And Klamjar's getting an earful from Golden for not picking them up.
Yeah, we can't be having that much help defense and leaving Kane wide open. That's what he does.
Klamjar, angle right, throws corner right for Houck. Now to a sliding Condon on the right side of the lane. Powers up and scores off the glass against Stagg. Condon now into double figures.
Yeah, great find, those two. Just work well together.
62-43. Millender bounce pass to Stagg. This is right of the floor. Millender curls, catches, knocked away by Flan, saved at half court by Stagg. 9:33 to play. Luke Kane against Condon. Drives him to the right side of the lane. Twisting. Trying to get loose of a double. Ball knocked loose. Chinyalu grabs the loose ball for the Gators. They stop Kane with a pinch. Houck up the floor. Leaves for Klamjar, who sends an angle right for Flan. Out near the right timeline. Reset to Chinyalu. Fires to Houck, right of the lane. Leaves for Chinyalu, rolling to the rim. Fouled on the gather. Ruben Chinyalu going to the line, looking to add to his 4 points. And Stagg is charged with a foul on the Georgia side.
Alex had a mismatch, big little guy on him. And they were looking for the pass, found Tommy. Diving Ruben got the ball. Great find by Tommy.
68% free throw shooter, misses on the back rim. Ross re-enters for Georgia, replacing Bailey. And here's Santos Surreal back in after a long absence, replacing Stagg.
Ruben's so consistent with 2 dribbles, deep breath, make it. He didn't take his deep breath. He rushed that. That's a little bit of surprise.
Xavier Lee re-enters with 11 points, replacing Klamjar. And split him for Chinyalu. Second one goes in, give him 5, lead back to 20 for Florida. Hand-locked into a spell. Chinyalu next dead ball. 9 minutes remaining. Millender off a screen, takes it through the left wing, leaves on a roll to her Surreal, who dunks it for the second time tonight, draws a foul.
That end of the court's like they're just going to call anything. If they gave the physicality down here on our end and called fouls like that, we'd be at the free throw line for 3-point plays all the time.
Chinyalu picks up his 3rd.
Yeah.
Surreal not a strong free throw shooter. One opportunity here for a 3-point play. Comes with 8:59 to go. Got it. So it's 63-46. This is a Georgia team that averages 91.9 points per game, and they're sitting with 46 with under 9 minutes to play. Dogs shooting 33% at home. Condon, deep right wing, trying to force one inside, deflected to the far side of the floor, and Boogie couldn't catch up to it, goes out of bounds.
They dropped back to a 2-3 defense that time. 2-2-1 press, back to a 2-3.
Okay. Mixing up their looks. Surreal on the short roll, catches, spins, shoots at the underside of the backboard against Handlock, who held his ground. Ooh, that was bad. Flan crossover dribble. Flan into the chest of the defender. Somehow threw it out to Handlock. The feed Houck wing right. Ball knocked out of his hands. Right into the hands of Flan. Corner right 3 will go. Rebound for Kane is 9th. 8:15 to play. Kane to the top of the arc. He'll take it all by himself and smokes a 3, his 3rd 3. And Kane leading all Georgia scores. Houck on the break to the other end. Catches and dunks with 2 hands. Gators have really burned him on makes, going back the other way. Catchings for 3 wing left, good. Now nobody's playing defense. 65-52. Remember, the Gators got up by 22 earlier in the half. Out from the left angle to Condon, elbow left. Into the paint, back out, wing left. Lee for 3, no good. Kane with the rebound. Flan trying to steal it, tumble down. Kane to the other end, 3 up top, wide left, not even close. Long rebound to Kane, over to Millender. Pump fake from 3. Drives, lobs to the rim, got deflected. Caught by Surreal, and he's hammered. Surreal fouled. He hits the deck. He'll be at the line to shoot 2 on the other side of a timeout. Georgia's making a push.
Yeah, you got to stop this momentum, this timeout. Good time to rest, regroup.
65-52. Florida leads it with 7:22 to play. Kevin Winter on the other side of the media timeout on the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
It's game time, and as the Gators hoop action heat up, there's only one way to cool down. Shock Top Belgian White. Shock your world. This refreshing beer brings a burst of citrus to your glass, making it the perfect choice for cheering on the Gators. Whether you're a rowdy reptile or watching it from the couch, Shock Top Belgian White is a slam dunk for all the nail-biting buzzer beaters and unforgettable alley-oops. Shock Jump. Shock Top, the official craft beer of the Florida Gators, your 2025 men's college basketball national champions. Please enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Shock Top Brewing Company. Learn more at shocktop.com.
This is the Gators Sports Network from Learfield.
Calling all Gators, students, alum, and diehards who bleed orange and blue. VyStar Credit Union and UF Athletics are teaming up to earn you more green. Sign up for the VyStar UF Gators credit card and get up to 20% off select Gators home game tickets. Plus, you can get a $150 bonus and up to 3% cash back on purchases when you use your new card. Whether you swipe at the swamp or tap around town, earn more. Visit VyStarCU.org to learn more. VyStar Credit Union. Go Gators. Get cash back. Federally insured by NCAA. Bonus offer subject to eligibility. Terms and conditions apply. Visit VyStarCU.org for full details.
International Diamond Center is proud to be the first and only official jeweler of the Florida Gators. This is Florida's premier jeweler. IDC's selection is second to none with direct importer prices on exquisite diamonds, world-renowned designer engagement rings, one-of-a-kind fashion jewelry, and elegant Swiss timepieces. Gators fans deserve the best, and IDC delivers with world-class service and the strongest warranties in the industry. International Diamond Center, where Gator Nation shops for jewelry.
I'm Kevin Winter at the UF Health Sports Desk. News from around the college sports world today. The Iowa Lakes Community College baseball team was involved in a tragic bus accident this morning that has left one person dead and 32 others injured. The injuries range from minor to serious. The rollover for the bus happened around 11 a.m. Central Time on Iowa Highway 4, which is located just about 2 hours west of Waterloo, Iowa. The bus was taking the Iowa Lakes Community College baseball team to Arkansas for games tomorrow and Friday. According to the state police, there were 33 people aboard the bus. One is dead. 32 are in the hospital injured. Sean Kelly, Brian Hogan, back to you in Athens.
Kevin, thanks. And I want to make sure we highlighted that tonight. And I appreciate Kevin Winter's report. That is heartbreaking news. And all of us in college athletics have heavy hearts with that loss today. So we wish their baseball family all the best. For those who are battling in different ways here tonight. 7:22 to go, second half. Georgia's making a push. Gators lead at 65-52, and Santos Surreal at the line to our left to shoot 2 free throws. 10 fouls on the Gators in the half. Remember, Georgia did not shoot 1 free throw in the first half.
Yeah, Kane's been 3 for 4 to start off. This sort of been the difference maker. Has 13 points in the second half.
And Surreal misses the first. Gators fans, make sure you've got your game tickets this season if the opposing team misses both free throws in the second half at a home game. Everyone in attendance scores a free empanada from Miapa. Just show your game ticket the next day at any Miapa location to claim your empanada. It's the great Miapa miss. Don't miss your chance to win. Second free throw is good, so split them there for Surreal. Now it's a 12-point game with 7:22 to play. Maybe Kentucky can miss back-to-back free throws at the O-Dome on Saturday afternoon. On the air at 2:30, tip-off at 3.
Drop back to their 2-3 defense, trying to dare us to shoot a 3 again.
Gators have kind of fallen in love with the 3 ball that was successful in the first half. 3 for 10 from downtown here since the break. Brown in the right corner with 10 to shoot. Sends it up top to Lee. They throw it inside and go high and low, and a lob to Handlock that results in an alley-oop dunk. Hauk.
So good.
With the assist. 67-53. That's That's one way to break that 2-3.
Yeah.
Millender on the right wing, dribbles with the left hand at the top of the arc. Gets to the left side of the lane, zips it out to Bailey. Now to Millender, drifting toward the left sideline. They'll shove it to Kane between the rings. 5 on the shot clock. Kane, crossover dribble, slip, fumble, got it back. 1 to shoot, steps around, hand locked, and shoots. Hit the rim, missed. Rebound catching, shot blocked by Houck out of bounds. They'll allow a sub, Surreal to check back in. Replacing Abson. And a fresh look here for Georgia.
Yeah, catching's over the back there, then no call. Got to contest here, stop the rhythm that Georgia's in right now.
Millender lobs it in, jump catch by Surreal. Knocked loose, saved. Georgia sends it corner right, 3 on the way by Bailey, no good. Rebounded by Houck, on the move. And to Flan. Flan pitches back to Lee from the top of the arc, drives to the paint, throws up top to Brown, and he sends it wing right for Houck. Now they'll settle in. Xavier works the dribble hard to the right side of the lane, turns, shoots a fader, good, right down the pipe. He was just below the free throw line. What a shot.
What a shot.
Lee with 15 points. And the Gators don't get back defensively. Golly.
Yeah, easy layup.
Yeah,
no help defense, right?
69-55. Chinyolu will be back in next dead ball. Skip pass thrown over the top, caught left side by Flan. Goes through Houck to refeed Lee on the near side. Lee between the legs dribble, drive and kick to Houck at the foul line. Refeed Lee, sideline right for 3, no good. Leaping rebound by Bailey for Georgia. Outlet pass to Millender, sends it corner right for Catchings. Tees up a 3, smashed it in front of the student section. 69-58. Now things are getting a little tight around the collar here for the Gators.
Yeah, I didn't like a settling for that 3 right there. Let's go back inside.
Florida's been outscored in the second half, 31-26. Skip pass thrown to Brown, corner right. Spins, goes to the rack, hangs in the air, shoots, got it, and 1. He banked it in, and has a possible 3-point play on a foul charge to Surreal. I think earlier Brown, who hit 3 threes in the first half, takes the corner 3.
Yeah.
I love the decision to go and drive to the rim off the pump fake.
Coach having a conversation with the officials, catching on that 3, threw out his leg and caught Micah right in the stomach.
Hanlock is going to check out. So Micah will sit down and yield back to Chinyolu. And Brown at the line to shoot 1.
Big free throw, Isaiah. Let's go. Extend this. Ruben back in. He'll be contesting this rebound.
Free throw's good. Isaiah Brown has 12 points. He's double figures for the 3rd time this season. And it's 72-58 in favor of the Gators. 4:50 to go. Gators are almost unbeatable when leading with 5 minutes to play. Bounce pass to Surreal, elbow left. Feeds the left wing, Millender in front of his own bench, bottled up. Gets relief from Surreal, goes backdoor to Millender, lob for the rim, dunk for Surreal. Worked a pretty good 2-man game there.
They recognized it, nice 2-man. Back to the 2-3 defense.
Now catches wing right, goes between the legs with a dribble. From the weak side slash, Flan catches, ball knocked away, and off Flan glass out of bounds. A lot of traffic in that paint.
Yeah, Boogie just lost grip on that one. 4 minutes up 12. Let's go. Stop this possession right here, right?
3 ball makes a single-digit affair. Millender drives, gets into the rim, throws wing left to Catchings. Catchings raked over Brown. Jeez, Pete. Brown's going to pick up the foul.
Crazy. Look at travel. He was going to go to the Euro step and just kept walking.
Well, he put a forearm over the clavicle of Brown, too. 2 free throws here in the double bonus. This can cut it to 10. Catching's a 65% free throw shooter. Transfer from BYU. First free throw's good, so that 22-point lead down to 11 here.
Yeah. Big rebound on this miss. Come down and get something going downhill.
Got them both. Kareem Stagg will sub in and replace Catchings. No, Surreal. Mike White at half court, calling out the defense to his team. They get to set up here with the ball dead. Condon comes back in for the Gators, replacing Brown. So it's Hauk and Condon, Chinyelu, Lee and Flan. Your starting five here on the floor with the final 4 minutes ahead.
Back to the 2-3 defense.
Boogie, wing left. Resets to Lee between the circles. Here comes Condon to catch the foul line. Back to Lee. Deep three left angle. Good, good, good. Shades of Vanderbilt's game. Lee buries a late three here to make it 75-62. Lee's got 18.
Feeling it.
24 is the season high. Kane catches way left. Drive and kick to Stagg. Stagg from the right angle to the rim. Attacks it. Shoots. Missed a bunny. I mean, a wide open shot. Chinyelu able to clear it. Rebound number 17 for Rubin. Lee between the rings. Picks up the dribble. Throws dangerously to the left front court to Flan. Guarded by Kane. Drives him to the circle. Shoots an 18-footer. Good. Got the members bounce. Timeout, Ty Golden. Yep.
There we go. That's an answer, right?
And look at the guards. It's a combined 31 points for Xavier Lee and Boogie Flan. And they're 13 of 26 shooting and have 4 3-pointers. How about that? We'll take a break. 3:15 to go. Gators trying to win again over the Georgia Bulldogs. Florida's won 13 of the last 14 meetings. So looking for a season sweep when we come back. Florida 77, Georgia 62. The Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
As the official wealth management team of the Florida Gators, Talon Wealth gives a cheer for the orange and blue when our Gators take a chomp out of the competition. But we react differently. When products like mutual funds, annuities, or even REITs takes a chomp out of someone's retirement, are you receiving the value you're paying for? Compare what Talon's been doing to what you've been doing for free. Visit guardingyournestegg.com.
Advisory services through Talon Private Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. License B05634. Compensation was paid to Levy for partnership with the Gators as of January 2023.
The head ball coach scores again. Steve Spurrier's head beer coach 1966 American Lager is now available everywhere at Exactech Arena. Smooth and refreshing with just enough of a crisp finish. Also available at most places you buy beer. If you don't see it, ask for it.
A beer made by Gators for Gators. Make a great play and enjoy a cold one today.
Steve Spurrier's head beer coach 1966 American Lager. Please drink responsibly.
Gator Nation, what an incredible year it's been. Your Florida Gator basketball team are national champions, and our partners at Dreamfinders Homes are celebrating their own big win as the 2025 National Builder of the Year. Dreamfinders Homes is creating beautifully designed communities across Florida, from Jacksonville to Orlando to Tampa. With great interest rate incentives and move-in ready options available now, there's never been a better time to make your move. Visit dreamfindershomes.com today and start your home search. Dreamfinders Homes, built for Florida, built for Gators.
Play-by-play of Gators basketball is brought to you by Meldon Law, official injury and accident law firm sponsor of the Florida Gators. Meldon Law, we won't back down.
I'm Kevin Winter at the UF Health Sports Desk. 2:37 to go in Oxford. Alabama's opened up a 14-point lead on Ole Miss. Still to come at the SEC tonight, Tennessee visits Mississippi State, and Missouri will take on Texas A&M. Both games start top of the hour. Meanwhile, 13.5 to play in the second half. Number 6, UConn leads at Butler, 53-45. And number 2, Michigan is underway at Northwestern. And the Wildcats with a 15-12 lead. We go back to Athens for the final 3:15 in this one.
Davis Chevrolet, a proud sponsor of the Gators. Davis Chevrolet, your premier North Central Florida dealer of new and certified pre-owned Chevy cars and trucks. 3:15 to go here in this one in Athens. The Gators up 77-62. Back to Sean Kelly.
Thank you, sir. And Brian Hogan, here's the 3-minute and 15 ball game. How do you finish this thing and move to 18-6?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Georgia continues to have the 2-3 zone defense. Maybe they extend trying to press, but Boogie's been so consistent game after game. You really feel confident knowing him and Lee are going to be able to handle the ball and beat a press. So let's see what Georgia brings here on the defensive end.
Can't say enough about Fland and Lee. They've carried the load here for the Gators. Brown and Klobjar have combined for 18 off the bench. Thomas Hauk, 1 for 6 from 3, 2 of 8 overall. 6 of his 11 points at the free throw line. But he has 5 assists to match Lee for team high honors. So he's maybe not scoring at his usual clip, but he's helping others do so here.
As always, Tommy doing the little things, right? When he's not scoring, he's getting rebounds, helping other guys assist.
Tommy's got the wildest hair working of the season right now. He guards Ketching's wing left, pocket pass inside, deflected, stolen by Chinyulu. Up ahead to Xavier Lee along the right sideline. X dumps it wing right for Houck, back out to Xavier. Resets with a long pass to the left front court and Boogie Fland. You can use some clock here. 2:50 to play.
Going man-to-man. Coach getting the set he wants.
Out drifts, catches left angle. Quickly feeds Chinyulu. Block left. Spin. Steps through a double. Up and scores. A bunny off the glass for Ruben Chinyulu. Give him 7. To go along with 17 rebounds. Millender almost lost the handle. Saved by Stagg just inside of the half-court stripe. Chinyulu guarding him on the perimeter. Boogie comes to help. Pass to Millender on his right. He'll drive down the left side of the lane. Spins. Fires out to Bailey for a 3 up top. That's wide left. Crazy rebound. Finds Ketchings, who traveled with it and then turned it over. Stolen by Lee ahead to Fland. Fland lays it up and in. Boogie Fland with 15, 2:05 to go. 81-62. Into the paint. Millender lay it up and in. Got a foul. Got bumped on the hip.
2 nice plays from us back-to-back. It doesn't stop Georgia. They're trying to transition points.
Millender will go to the line here on a 4th foul charge to Ruben Chinyulu.
What a great find by Lee. Seeing Boogie beat the guys down the court.
Missed the free throw. Rebounded by Chinyulu, his 18th of the game. Lee to Fland across half court. And they're heading for the exits at Stegman Coliseum. Fland working on Millender here. Drives left and got hit by Ketchings, who came to help. Team foul number 6 on Georgia. So with 1:45 to go, Gators will inbound on the left sideline. Santos Surreal checks back in for Georgia.
You don't see the urgency in Georgia on that defensive set. Coach just yelling, foul, foul, foul.
Houck bounces into Alex Condon. Condon front court left. Little pull of the jersey there by Blue Kane. Bounce pass to Boogie Fland, way out near half court. Boogie trying to elude Millender. Sends a one-hand pass to Lee on the right wing. Skip pass caught. Backdoor Condon dunks it. 9-9. Condon dunks it home, and the Gators up by 19 with 1:24 to go. On their way to win number 18. Stay in first place in the SEC. Shot fake, drive by Bailey. Reverse layup good right to left. It's too little too late. 83-66 with 1:08 to go. And a 5th straight road win now coming for Florida. Home game on Saturday against Kentucky. Right behind the Gators in the standings. Houck dumps it into Condon. Block left. Hits a cutting Houck. Got fouled in front of the rim, so the shot was missed, but no call. They've swallowed the whistle. What do you think? To Millender left wing. 3 balls long. And Houck gets fouled going for the rebound. It goes out of bounds. They say off Kane. There's the makeup. Gators ball length to the floor to go. We're not going to call the foul, but we're going to give you the basketball.
Yeah.
Condon's done. Alex sits down with 12 points, 5 boards. The only bugaboo there, 7 turnovers for Condon tonight. Yeah. Now Georgia's going to challenge the out-of-bounds call.
This is where they should reassess and go, all right, let's call the foul that made Tommy touch the ball out of bounds.
Oh, my. 42.9 seconds left. It's 83-66.
Yeah. 17-point lead. You're going to contest an out-of-bounds call with 43 seconds.
Okay. Looks like it's off Houck. So here, again, if this score holds or anywhere close to it, Brian Hogan, this will be the 15th of your 18 wins by 13 points or more.
Yeah, big time, right? We knew if we played our game, we could come and punch them right in the nose. That's what they did.
Yep. Florida will sweep the season series against Georgia. Florida
stays atop the SEC.
Stays atop. 9-2. Maybe the new mark.
Big game Saturday.
Huge. Huge. Certain couple of guys coming back from last year's championship team for the game on Saturday. One guy coming back's in the wrong uniform.
Yeah, right.
Denzel Aberdeen.
Yeah.
And look, here's the deal. I don't like the uniform he's wearing, but I'm not going to boo him, that's for sure. He's a part of us and was a part of a championship as Kane misses a corner right three after the call on the floor was overturned. So Georgia spoiled their chance on the challenge to get a bucket, and now a foul all the way out near half court. We'll send Florida to the line 1-1. Smurf Millender fouls. I think Klobuchar here. Yeah, Irby's the shooter. 83-66. The Georgia students are chanting for Olivier Ryu to be subbed into the game. Shades of South Carolina. Free throw good by Klobuchar. Alex Lloyd's going to head to the table. Victor Mikic and C.J. Ingram will all go in here for the Gators. Klobuchar's made it 84-66.
Ruben and Surreal having a little word.
Those are a lot of Gators fans here in Athens making noise as Chinyulu cheers them on coming to the bench. Kovachev also off the bench here for the Gators. One more coming for Urban Klobuchar. Wins are great. Wins at Georgia are even better. Second free throw is good. 85-66. There'll be no Gator chomping by Georgia players tonight, unlike a year ago. There'll be no court storming either. And Georgia will fall to 5-6 in league play. 30 seconds remaining. Millender picks it up wing right, throws over the top of Catchings. Launches a three, no good, and a shove in the back by Newell. Will send Victor Mikic to the foul line. With 23.1 seconds left. I know Georgia made it somewhat close at times. But Brian Hogan, it's another...
Yeah, we responded, right?
Yeah, dominant win here by Florida.
Yeah, a couple threes with 8 minutes left. A drive, an alley-oop there when they tried to play zone on us. Really great response. Got to make the guys feel good. Listen to that roar.
It means Ryu is going to check in right now. And he'll replace Klobuchar.
He's going to play the off guard.
Yeah, 6'1" Klobuchar to the bench. 7'9" Ryu to the floor. First free throw is good for Mikic. You know, this is another sign of success. Guys like Mikic, Lloyd, Ingram, they've all played now in 4 straight games. Kovachev. It means the Gators have been able to get those guys in 4 straight times now. Second free throw, no good. Rebound, Georgia. Shot clock start, 20 seconds remaining. Millender jacks up a 3-wing left. Back iron, no good. Rebound, grabbed by Ryu. Went to the deck to get it. Kovachev will advance it past half court, dribble it out. Chop this one up for the Gators. Florida 86, Georgia 66. Florida remains in first place. Won 5 straight on the road for the first time ever in conference play under Todd Golden. Florida's won 9 of their last 10 games and sits alone atop the conference at 9-2.
How about it? Yeah, it's one of those where you say, hey, we got to come out fighting against our rival, and the guy showed up.
Held Georgia to a paltry number in the first half and hold the Bulldogs, who have been averaging 91.9 points per game overall this season, 82 and change in conference play,